This is Ahri, the unfortunate cat girl tasked with the impossible goal of fully completing Final Fantasy XIV. Over the next several thousands of hours, I will collect every single achievement, complete every new raid, and min-max every piece of content that the game throws at me. Can I create the strongest account ever? Big fishing in Final Fantasy XIV is probably one of the most relaxing pieces of content in any game that I've played. I have never even once had to set an alarm at 4 in the morning to catch an egg. I've never punched my desk a single time due to something slipping, and I have absolutely never screamed in my basement at 6 in the morning before people have to go to work. Not once. Come on. Oh my god. Come on!
Can you believe you in 17 won that game? But I'm not joking. Seri jungle is
Kurwa!
she has good clear. Her only weakness is at
So one of my weekly activities that I do is making sure that I do my custom deliveries. The main thing that I'm getting from this is actually white scripts, and white scripts are really good because they go towards my relics that I'm working on. But I had a pretty cool thing happen to me this week where my weekly bonus is from both 𝒕𝒄𝒉 as well as Zloe. So the reason why that's pretty cool is because both of these custom deliveries are in the exact same spot. So it's actually going to save me a trip. I've never actually seen this happen before. One thing that I haven't done yet, weirdly enough, on my account is there's actually a lot more custom delivery people, but I just haven't unlocked them all. There's achievements for visiting each one several times, and I don't have any of them yet for these current people, so I've just been rotating between them. But at some point I am going to unlock the other ones and make sure that I get those too. But yeah, I just thought this was pretty cool. I've never seen them both be in the same spot as a bonus, so we'll go ahead and get that done real quick, and then hopefully the same thing happens again next week. But more importantly, I also need to make sure that we are doing some hunts. Before we get too engrossed into our main crafting project for the week, I've been making sure to pick up a whole bunch of different S ranks. There was actually a maintenance not too long ago that reset all of the S rank spawns, so I've been getting, you know, 50, 60 S ranks this week, and it's been really, really good. We're going to go into a pretty massive Culinarian crafting process this week, where we're going to try and get every single unique craft as well as every single leve completely done. But I figured before we get too engrossed in that, we would just bust out some more S ranks. This week, I also spent a good amount of time actually doing some crystalline conflict. I did some ranked queues, which went fine, but I did actually more casual matches, and the reason why those are nice is because they're more laid back. They actually pop 24/7 as well, which is good, considering stuff like Frontline stops popping at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Regarding CC wins, you need a total of 5,000 wins, but I also need 1,000 on every roll. So this time around, I've been working on Caster, since it's usually what I don't play in Ranked, and so I figured I'd just work on it on the side and get some wins out of the way. I would say we had like about a 70% win rate or so this week. It actually went super well, and I had a lot of fun. I don't really play Summoner because it doesn't seem super effective when you're trying to carry, whereas something like Black Mage, you have a lot of agency to DPS down your own targets, as well as following up on someone else's target. Red Mage also feels pretty solid in this regard, but I noticed that Red Mage can be a little more dicey if you're playing against other good players as well, and you're forced to swap to your light mana more often and play defensive, whereas Black Mage can just kind of pump no matter what. But we'll see. I'll probably do some ranked this season as well. I think we're on season 11. Remember that huge Culinarian project we talked about a few minutes ago? Let's finally break it all down. Every single crafting profession has unique crafts, but it also has unique leave quests. And finally, we'll have a more quantitative type achievement, where you have to create a specific amount of items at certain level thresholds, while also completing 10,000 high-quality crafts. Our game plan is to pick one of them, starting with Culinarian. We're going to do every single unique craft, every single unique leave, and then when that's all done, we're going to knock out all of the quantity grind type achievements at the very end. What this is going to do is allow me to do the leave and unique type achievements first, and then while those leaves are regenerating 6 a day, we're going to be knocking out those quantitative ones. And then hopefully by the time we've done enough quantitative ones, our leaves are starting to regenerate, and we can start looking at Alchemist. So let's go ahead and move into the document that we'll be using. This is the master list that we've made. I'm going to do a quick guideline of essentially what we're doing with this. On the far left, we have every single recipe, as well as how many of each recipe we're going to craft. I'm going to use this a system where we label every single item, whether or not it is a leave quest, or whether or not it's not a leave quest. And then when we complete it, I'm going to highlight the cell and then fill it to black, so that way I'll know it's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this up over the next however many hours, and we are going to slowly craft one of everything, or more if needed. Another thing that's on this list is we have every single item in every single zone, so that way we can go from every single map and just slowly get all the things that we're going to need. Coach said that he would like to do something like this for every single crafter, and we're going to give this one a test run and see how efficient it is and how well we do. So as you can see, my inventory has already started to feel the tax of this enormous crafting project. We're going to start out in Limsa, and I'm going to complete every single Culinarian leave here, starting with the ones that are 1 through 5. And then we're going to go down the entire list and hopefully clean out this inventory. Get our first achievement. Savoring the Realm Amateur. What even is this? This is going to be some early little achievement. Yeah, I've successfully synthesized 50 items, man. Look at us go. We have begun our journey. Okay, so I realize I've already made a massive mistake. These leaves that you're looking at are considered large leaves. They are all unique for Culinarian, and they costed a whopping 10 leaves apiece. So I basically have 150 leave allowances banked in here, but I actually didn't realize I can't grab any more, so I'm having to do this one at a time. And just like that, we already have another achievement. It hasn't even been like 3 minutes yet. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we're already getting our unique Culinarian quests. Nice. Can someone tell me why this milk costed me 60k? Oh, it looks like we just got another one. I think that's unique crafts, actually. Let's take a look. Unique crafts. Sorry, I have all these menus open. Yeah, we got a unique craft achievement. Okay, so according to Coach's sheet, he had me craft an additional one of all of the large tradecraft ones, and I finally can see why here. This is about to pay off. There is a small leave here as well that uses the same items. Well, that worked out nicely. This sheet is overpowered, boys. Nice. Another achievement unlocked. I think this will be another unique leaves for Culinarian. Another achievement down. Another achievement done, this time unique Culinarian leaves. Not bad. Just got another Culinarian leave achievement done. We're actually getting close to the end with these. I think that puts us at 100. Yeah, 100. There's only 20 more. Pretty good. Hey, got a botanist achievement too. I wasn't even expecting to get this, just a nice little bonus. We'll take it. Another achievement done. Unique crafts. Hello, hello everyone. This is the final update regarding the Culinarian unique crafts. I've been at this for... You know what? I'm just not going to say how long I've been at it. But this is our final unique craft. I'm going to go ahead and show the chart on the other monitor here in a moment. Even though every craft is done, I have about 15 to 20 leave turn-ins that I can't quite turn in yet due to not having leave allowances. But we'll get those turned in over the next couple of days. But as far as the crafts are concerned, let's go ahead and I guess we'll make it high quality. But I would say overall, if Coach and I end up, you know, making a document that can be given to other people, if I had to estimate how like much time this took, I would say about 11 to 12 solid hours from scratch. And you should be able to get every single unique craft, as well as, I'm just hitting random buttons at this point, holy crap. Every unique craft, as well as every single leave craft. So that is a huge milestone done. And I think what we'll do, maybe starting next week or on some other episode, is I want to tackle the quantity crafts. So if I scroll through here, you'll see that we've got the unique crafts done. But I want to start chipping away at some of these quantitative crafts. So I'm going to talk with Coach, and then we'll see about figuring out what is the most efficient thing to craft in bulk. And not only that, but what we're going to do at the same time, in conjunction with these quantity crafts, is we're going to be making them high quality. So that way we can knock this one out as well. Unfortunately, we can't go on to a different profession and do the same thing we just did because we are time gated by leaves. So I think what we'll do as like a system going forward is we'll do this leave strat, and then we'll kind of transition into the quantity crafts. And then hopefully by then enough time has elapsed and we can start thinking about the next profession. But that was exhausting, but we got a lot done. I think achievement points wise, we got easily a couple hundred or just shy of that. And looking pretty good. All right, so this is the final product now. As you can see, everything is completely blacked out. The red ones are the ones we decided to not craft because we would hit the requisite amount of unique crafts without them. Maybe they're, you know, a pain to make. The yellow ones are completed. They're all leave items, but I just ran out of allowances. So every single one yellow is sitting in my retainer waiting to be turned in, but they're done. And then we left some at the bottom that we also didn't have to make because we got the achievement. So this is what the final version looks like. Maybe Coach and I will talk about it and see if we can kind of condense things or move things around to make them more user-friendly if people end up being interested in this sort of thing. But this was a super great test run. All in all, it took about 11, 12 hours to get everything done. And we also got some botany and mining done as well. So pretty cool. And figured I'd just show you guys what I was using this whole time. With that honker of a crafting project done, let's settle back into Eureka some, do some more low-key stuff. What's up, guys? Welcome to Pyros. On the last video, we were mostly doing Animos as well as Pagos, getting the first two stages of our White Mage weapon. Since then, we have done quite a bit of playing, and we should have the materials to get not just the first stage, but I'm hoping, I think we'll have every Pyro stage here. So we'll hand all these in, and every single time you complete a tier of a weapon, you will get an achievement. And so we're just going to do every single Pyro stage all at once here, and then we are going to move to the final zone once more, and that'll be Hydatos. Okay, and that should be the final turn-in for Pyros. Actually, I'm quite fond of the final stage of this white mage weapon. I think I'm gonna glam over my 90 weapon. There we go. Nice. Pyros weapon's done. Alrighty. So final map here, Hydados, and when we turn in these crystals, we will be done with 3 weapons. I'm pretty sure there's 15 total. So even though, you know, the prospect of only being 20% done is quite daunting, we are in a pretty strong position regarding our crystals in the other maps. Hydados probably has the most picky requirements due to needing 350 of these on every single weapon. But the crystal acquisition rate is absolutely terrible in this zone. So we'll probably be spending most of our time here, unfortunately. Alright, and Hydados weapon complete. Yeah, I'm actually like super about how this looks. I'm going to be glamming over my level 90 weapon. So a quick thing I wanted to include for anyone who's thinking about doing their Eureka grind is there is indeed another weapon to upgrade after this one. And that can be done over... Hold on, it might be here. Let's see. Yeah, so if you give him 100 fragments, these can be obtained from the Baldessian Arsenal. It will actually upgrade your weapon again, except this one does not have an achievement associated with it. The amount of times you would have to do BA would be astronomical if you needed to get every BA weapon, but it is not required for the achievement. So I'll probably end up getting this BA weapon just because I do plan on playing White Mage a fair bit in Eureka. But I think other than Samurai, Summoner, and White Mage, I'm just going to get the Hydados weapon and we'll call it there. All in all, it was a pretty pleasant experience. I think the actual gamey aspects of BA are pretty tame as far as what is actually being asked of the player mechanically. And it's more about the togetherness and, you know, meeting up with 56 players and getting that content done. It's imperative that we get our fragments from BA. I believe you get 26 or 28 for a full clear. And what those are going to do are allow us to craft our Physios weapons. Physios weapons do not give an achievement, but what they do is give us a very massive power spike within all Eureka maps, particularly the lower level zones. And I also just like getting best in slot on stuff that I tend to play. So we're going to try and bust out the Physios Samurai weapon. We already have the Physios Summoner weapon now because I've been grinding this BA and we've been getting our clears. We got all 10, by the way, so achievement unlocked. And we're also going to get White Mage. And then those are BR3, I think. And then after that, I'm not going to concern myself too much with additional Physios weapons. But I have to say, getting my community into this content and helping them get their Ozma mounts has been very, very fun. And I'm more than happy to help any of you guys in the comments. If you want to get your BA clear, feel free to pop on stream when I'm in Eureka, and we'll do our best to make it happen, okay? But really fun group content. I think it's a very nice like marriage or alliance between hardcore players and casual players, and just having a good time. Even once we're done with all of our Eureka goals, I can seriously see myself coming back here just to help people or have fun and enjoy the social aspect. Big shout out to the Cafe Discord community. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate the runs. You guys are fantastic. There's a pretty cool and rare title called Epic Hero that you can obtain from completing all of the Criterion Savage modes. Not only are Criterion dungeons pretty tough and really fun, I love them a lot. They're probably, you know, sleeper best content in Endwalker. Hot take. When we complete all the Savages, we're going to get that title, but we've only been able to tackle it about 1, sometimes 2 days a week for only about 2 to 3 hours. Aloha Island Savage is completely done, and we're currently progging Mount Rokkon. We've gotten to the third boss a couple times, and we're just still kind of cleaning things up because we haven't really been able to logistically sync. But all in all, this encounter has been really fun. I got a break from playing tank, and we're not even playing melee. I'm playing machinist, actually. And this is one of my throwback jobs that I really enjoy. So hopefully over the next week or two, we can finally get together and try and make this happen. And we'll move on to the final Criterion Savage, which is actually the first one that got released. So hopefully we'll have an update on that soon, and we'll keep up the grind. In addition to Criterion Savage, we also have a Blue Mage static. Our Blue Mage static has been prioritizing completing extremes, and we've just gotten into the Stormblood extremes, taking out Tsukiyomi. We've taken out the first 3 MSQ extremes, and we're just now starting to look at getting into the Shadowbringers ones. All in all, Blue Mage extremes and content in general is a little different than standard because it feels way more scrappy. You know, no one's worried about a parse or anything, and it just feels really good to have teamwork, whereas like every single person has White Wind, and it feels like anyone can make a play and save a run at any moment. It's also pretty just laid back in general while also still being engaging. So we'll keep doing our 2 meetings a week and seeing if we can start moving into those Savages. I've heard that Brute Justice is pretty difficult, so we should be on him within a week or 2. And Eden's Promise, I've also heard, is pretty tough. But we only play on Thursdays and Saturdays, and we won't be playing this week coming up, but we'll just keep it going and see if we can keep busting out these achievements and get that sweet, sweet Morble mount. Other than the Morble mount, I also have a separate group of friends where we just meet up once a week usually, and we've been busting out the Blue Log. The Blue Log is more chill. It just has like dungeons, trials, normal raids, and stuff like that, and we'll hopefully have some developments on that front next week. But that just about covers everything I wanted to talk about. And I wanted to thank each and every one of you guys so much for watching, all the comments, the likes, subbing to the channel, members of the channel. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you. I also stream full-time over at twitch.tv/AhriEffect. So if you're interested on the achievement grind or just seeing what we're up to, feel free to buzz on over there. And that's all I have for you. Bye for now, and thank you for watching.